Hi kids, I am here with your Bible reading. Wow, it is really super dark in here. Give me a second. How is that? It's a little bit lighter. Alright. I wanted to look like a punk rocker for you guys tonight. Got on my purple eyeshadow, made my lips purple and black, and put glitter all in my hair. Made it all messy. I didn't know if I should go rocking out with the red glasses too or not. I think I will. I like to give you kids a laugh. Reading the Bible does not have to be boring. We have not done a story in so long, I don't know where we left off. So let me find where we are. I usually turn the page down. Wicked City, I think we already talked about. Birthright for a bowl of stew. Jacob and Rebecca play a trick. We did that one. Jacob's Wonderful Dream. Where is the... There we go. A princess finds a baby. That's right. Was going to start talking about Moses. Alright. The Bible verse that goes along with the story tonight is Exodus, which is the second book of the Bible, chapter 2, verse 10, which says, "And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses, and she said, Because I drew him out of the water." That's what the name Moses means, being drawn out of the water. Okay, now let's get into the beginning of Moses' story. When Jacob moved his family down to Egypt during the famine, they intended to stay only until the grass began to grow on the grazing lands in Canaan again. But the longer they stayed, the larger their families grew, and the harder it was to move back. Because he liked Joseph so, Pharaoh had given them a good place to live in Goshen, and they were soon well settled there. Finally, Joseph grew old and died, and the Pharaoh he had served died also. The Pharaoh is the king of Egypt. The new Pharaoh had not known Joseph, and he treated Joseph's people unkindly. He actually made them into slaves. By this time, many years had passed, and there were thousands of people whose grandfathers or great-grandfathers had been one of the 12 sons of Jacob, or Israel. The Egyptians called themselves Israelites, or Hebrews, because there were so many Israelites. The Egyptians grew afraid of them, afraid that they might someday turn against them. They were afraid of the powerful God that the Hebrews worshipped. So the new Pharaoh made slaves of the Hebrews. He had them build a great city of bricks for him, and he put officers over them who made them work harder and faster than ever. They treated the slaves very badly. Pharaoh's plan to weaken the Israelites did not turn out as he hoped. However, for the harder he made them work, the stronger they became. He had to think of a new way to keep them from growing in number. The plan he finally decided upon was more horrible than the Hebrews could believe. Pharaoh commanded them to drown each baby boy that was born to them. What a terrible command this was to try to obey. One Hebrew couple who had a baby boy born to them decided that they just could not kill their little child. He was such a fine little fellow. For 3 months, they did not let anyone know they had him. They hid him away. when someone came to their house. Finally, the mother decided that she could not keep him hidden any longer. He wanted to be awake more now and play. So his mother, named Jochebed, made a waterproof basket of reeds and plastered it with pitch. Inside the little ark, she made a soft bed and placed her baby in it. Then she and her little girl carried it to the river Nile and put it to float among the reeds. It was hard for the mother to leave her baby, but the little boy's sister stayed behind to watch what happened to the baby afloat on the river. Miriam, the sister, did not have long to wait before she heard voices approaching. As she peered through the tall reeds, who should she see coming but the daughter of Pharaoh? She and her maids were coming down to bathe in the river. As she stood in the water washing herself, the princess spied a floating basket and sent one of her maids to bring it to her. She was curious to know what was in it. As she turned back the covers and the blanket, the baby began to cry. Watching, Miriam held her breath. What would the princess do? The sight of the sweet baby crying touched the heart of the princess. "Why, he is a Hebrew baby whose mother is trying to save him," she cried. "He will come home with me and be my child. I will name him Moses, because it means drawn out, and I have him out of the water." Miriam stepped out from behind the reeds, and with a bowed head she approached the Egyptian princess. In her mind whirled a bold plan, if only it would work. "Would you like for me to get a Hebrew nurse for the baby?" Miriam asked the noble lady. "I think I know where I can find one." The princess was delighted to hire one of the child's own people to take care of him. But little did she know that the nurse Miriam brought to her was the baby's own mother. Yes, Moses' mother came to the palace and helped the princess take care of him, without any of them knowing that she was his mother. So see, she still got to be with Moses, and you will see later what kind of man Moses grows into and where his story takes off from there. I'm not going to give you any more hints. You'll have to wait and see. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story, starting with Moses as a baby, and we will get more into his story in the next reading. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye, guys. God bless.